like that turns you on?
When they beat the shit out of me.
Toxicity! Toxicity! Being like angry or aggressive.
Choking, you know, just grab it. Man that likes to abuse and manipulate.
I like when he calls me non-stop too.
That toxic shit, like fighting all the time and shit.
Jealousy.
Just being toxic.
Checking in a lot.
Like low-key abusive.
Like
yeah.
Smacks you and shit.
Tell me if they're like attractive if they get like handsy in the bar, like when they try to move and they're like hands on their waist and stuff.
I want to chase. That like beats the fuck out of you.
Girls be toxic too. Like they'll like when a dude doesn't treat them well sometimes. Like why she stay with you when you weren't treating her well, but as soon as you start treating her amazing, now she want to dip. So that's a her problem as well. That makes zero. That to me that doesn't make any sense.
I'll be honest. Every time I've treated a girl super well to my best, they left.
Yep.
Anytime I treated a girl, not poorly and disrespecting them, no cheating, no infidelity.
Nonchalant about it. Then they're more obsessed with you and they want you more.
They want you more.
And then the moment you lean into it, they're like, I got him. I'm good now.
So that means a lot of it is on them as well.
Mm-hmm.
A lot
I think so.
A lot of it is on them as well. Because they don't want, they truly don't want the dude that is like head over heels for this girl and like trying to put all effort in and show her. No, like they might say they want that. That's cap, dog. They don't want the dude to sending them flowers to their crib every week. They're sending when they're hungry, sending the Uber Eats so they could. No, like they might say they want all that, but that's not true.
You know what my problem is? That for me to feel anything towards you, you need to be a little bit of an asshole. I'm not about to lie to you. Like, you gotta be a little bit aggressive. You know, like if you see me around mad niggas, I need you to threaten my life here and there. Nothing crazy. You know, threaten my life, yoke me up. You know, tell me to shut up. You know, when I'm acting crazy, tell me to shut the fuck up. You know? Too nice? I can't fuck with you if you're too nice. I'm gonna eat you up and spit you back out. Okay, I need me a little toxic. You know what I'm saying? Pull up. A nigga who's gonna pull up to where I'm at. Come on, sir. That's that shit. That's that shit I like.
I just cannot fathom.
You started dating him months.
But like, what kind of cognitive dissonance do you have to see or hear this happening? Whether you believe it or not, I would assume that she doesn't believe it. But even if you don't believe it, not have any kind of like self-preservation to think this might happen to me. Like, what makes you think you're so different from other women that you won't be in that situation? Like, if there was ever a hint of somebody being an abuser or having like that kind of track record, why would you feel safe around them? You as a woman, why do you think you're different from other women?
Toxic women at first, when I put in there, it's about some women saying that they like when a dude put their hands on them. They like when a dude is toxic. They like all these things that dudes do that, that they complain about. Oh, all these men are abusive and all these men are this, that, and the third. And, women love toxicity. A lot of these women associate physical and verbal abuse with love. Y'all think I be joking or lying when I'm saying that? A lot of them associate that with love. A lot of them like to put their hands on them, choke them up. They like to put their hands and fight with you, and they think that toxicity and that negativity, they equate that with love. But hit the link in the description, join the Patreon, hype the video, right? So they associate that with love, and it's sad. They start to yelling or screaming. They see their mother yell or scream and get mad at the nigga she messing with, and then they back cool again. That make up the breakup, toxicity type stuff. And in general, it's a lot of women like that. It's a lot of women when everything is going smooth as butter, smooth as cream cheese, and then they just want to start a fight. They want to just go through your phone. They want to start an argument. Where you at? Yell and scream. They associate, they associate drama. They associate yelling. They associate screaming with love. And I think a lot of dudes, man, don't. They think that's normal. And it's not normal. It's not normal. It's not normal to be yelling and arguing and screaming. Or it's not normal for everything to be going good and a woman pick a fight or she start watching Real Housewives of Johannesburg or some shit like that. That's not normal, man. Love is not supposed to be chaotic. A lot of women think love is chaotic. That's why they say, well, I don't like nonchalant dudes, or I don't really like aloof dudes because, because they want to be able, they think love is screaming, yet love is fighting. A lot of these women don't leave abusive men. I remember I was talking to this chick and she like, yeah, my baby father was, he was abusing me and my daddy went over there and he did this. And then she still end up being with this nigga, man. He left her. That's because women like toxic shit. And then when you treat a woman good, you treat her well, she leave. They just like negativity, man. Like if you look throughout the Bible, it ain't too many good women in the Bible. I say that all the time. There's not that many good women in the Bible. So he who finds a wife finds a good thing. Ain't that many of them out there in general. Back in the day, it was a lot of women that was forced to be wives because they had to. Not a lot of women they not wife material. A lot of these women, a lot of these women been married to a dude for 30, 40 years. They might have left the house for a year or two, or they separated for a month or a couple weeks. He was beating her motherfucking ass. They didn't have daughters, seeing him beat the bitch ass and shit, excuse my language. And she's still with the dude. She's still with him years later. But it's some dudes that brought her roses, opened the door for her, did a lot of great things for her. And it wasn't no spark there. When they say that spark, a lot of times that spark is a combination of things. That spark is, attraction, raw attraction. And that spark is drama, man. Women like drama. I talked about the two Beckys who talked about, oh, I love the good guys boring and I love the toxicity. I love the highs and lows if you like playing the game. Women like to play those games, bro. A lot of women like for you to cheat on them. That's why they always talking about like, they always talk about always throwing little jabs if you cheating on them. A lot of women want to smell another bitch on your dick. They just need to. They need to be played with. They need to chase you through the street. Man, a lot of these women, bro, they don't leave these cheating ass dudes, these abusing ass dudes, bro. They'll stop like dating them or start talking to them. But as soon as they ain't got no motion going on, but as soon as the good guy ain't giving them the highs and lows, they right back fucking with these dudes. These dudes can come in these women's life when they want to at will. And that's but then women will think like this and admit this, but then turn around and call guys the problem. Come on. If you treat the average American girl well, she not gonna appreciate it. She gonna cheat on you. She gonna take you for granted. Women are how can I say this? Women, they don't know enough is never enough. They're gonna ask for more and get kicked out the limo. Keep asking for shit, keep asking for shit, keep asking for shit. It's never enough for the majority of women. But a lot of these women, that's why they be claiming, oh, he hit me, he abused me, he did this. A lot of these women, I told you, a lot of these women provoke those. They provoke that in men. They want to drag you down to their level. They want you to be abusive because they abusive. They abusive. These women abusive, bro. Look at these lesbian relationships. Ain't nothing but fighting and infidelity going on. Yelling, screaming, fighting. You see these women be baby daddies. Tell me it's attraction. Tell me it's just attraction. A lot of these these bitches baby daddies broke, busted, and disgusted, and they fighting over this nigga. 3-4 bitches fighting over this nigga. You ain't never seen no woman fight over no good dude, bro. You never will see it. They will never fight for a good dude. And secretly, they may compete for a good dude. But most women ain't never fighting over a good dude. And the flip side to women that's not on that toxic side of the thing is this. That's not on that side of it. On the other side is if they don't think no other woman wants you, your woman ain't gonna want you. If other women don't find you attractive, they ain't gonna want you, bro. And that's one thing that need to be understood. So it's always going to be toxicity. And they think if a bunch of other women want you, you supposed to just sit there with them in your prime, your testosterone at its peak and just be with them. No. Because if they had those same options, they not going to be moving like that. But this is how dudes rack up, cases, charges. This is how they get records. Most dudes end up getting records because of a woman. A lot of these women push the button to provoke you. A lot of these women claim, I fight niggas, I fight. And then as soon as you fight them, then they want to call the police. As soon as you get them what they looking for, you didn't work 30 straight hours. You didn't work 60, 70 hours. You know, most women don't want peace. Most women don't want peace. This is how a lot of dudes, man, I'm gonna say, man, I'll never hit a woman. I'll never do this and never do that. I love, and then turn around and the motherfucker, you like, damn, man, I thought you. Yeah. A lot of women want to drag you to that level, bro. That's why you gotta watch the caliber of woman you got. If the respect ain't there, bro, even if it's a woman that you tricking with, even if it's a woman that you just hitting for fun, if she don't give you respect, bro, you gotta abort mission. You gotta abort that relationship with that woman, bro. Because respect can lead to somebody being in the grave, bro. Respect can lead to disrespect can lead to you somebody being in the grave. Disrespect can lead to somebody going to jail, being in prison. Real talk. And you might disrespect you for a year. It could be 10 years, 50 years for Ralph. But that 50 year, that one day, Ralph might break. She might break. But in general, these are the type of women that you dealing with, bro. Women know exactly what they doing and then go on the internet. Oh, these guys, the real abusers are usually the women. But hey, hit the link in the description. Follow me everywhere. Peace. Or hit the link in the description, join the Patreon.
There is a group of women who will be with a man who was abusive as long as he's attractive. There is a group of women who will be with a man that will knock your teeth out your mouth as long as you find him attractive. For those of you who are new here, I am a certified life coach. I specialize in love and relationships, self-development, and finances, and I have been doing so for close to a decade. Now, let me give my disclaimer. There's absolutely some women who will see, hear, feel, experience an abusive man and up and leave. Okay? But there are groups of women who will know a man is no good. A man will take her life potentially and still mess with him because they find him attractive. You don't believe me? Remember when that guy, and I cannot remember his name right now, but by the time I post this video, I will have like his name and picture on the screen. This man admitted to and was convicted of killing women violently who did him no harm, who did him no wrong, just because he felt like it. And when you went to the comment sections of the videos where people were speaking on this story, there were women there saying they would let him kill them, take their lives because of how good he looked. But see, the part that y'all be leaving out when you say that I would never and I could never, no, you would never and could never for a man that you don't find attractive or a man that you don't like. But see, a man that you do find attractive and a man that you like, you will bend over backwards and risk your life to be with him because you feel like maybe not me. It should not matter what he looks like and it should not matter how much you like him. If you know a man is abusive, even if he hasn't abused you, that is not a man that you should be dealing with. And I feel like that's common sense, but baby, when I tell you common sense, really just not that common sometimes. If you have rules, if you have guidelines, if you have boundaries, if you have do's and don'ts, they should go for everybody, not just the ones that you don't think are cute. Stay safe.
Oh, hey, my name is Diamond, and I have a strong belief that men like abuse. The reason why I say that is because any man that I meet, right, that is neutral in his presentation to me, like somebody that's not trying to date me, like if they're like a friend, a homeboy, like if they are gay, if they are, just like a quick passerby, maybe I'm just not their type, you know what I mean? They always seem to say something like, I already know you be having men give you their money, or baby, you too nice for me. I would have been doing XYZ. Like any commentary that I get from a man, at some point they will allude to the fact that, like, yeah, why you ain't getting this? Why you ain't doing this? Shit, if I was a girl, I'd be having all my bills paid. If I was you, I'll be having all my stuff. That typically nods to the fact that they know that men are tricks. The men know that there are tricks. Like, the men know that they got to pay to play. The men know that they really, really want to be submissive. They just want somebody to make them get into their submission bag. And so, men like abuse. Anytime that I've been super sweet to a man, it's always been like, why are you so nice to me? Like me? Why? But anytime I'm like, yeah, so I need this. I mean, if you're not going to help me, somebody else is. Like, oh, okay, all right. Or, if there's a man in my life and they like are aware of what the fuck going on, they like, oh nah, let me do this for you. Hold on, because I don't even need you. Let me do this for you. You know what I mean? Like, that's why when like women are complaining about like how they man not doing that for them and da da da, it's because you're too nice. That's what I've learned. I'm not nice anymore. But when I was nice, Like, I could weep at the amount of things that I could have gathered. Like, I was getting some stuff, but I can weep from the amount of things that I could have had I just started knocking niggas over their head.